vacuuming for the 5th time today. But you have the $5 Chalupa Cravings box from Taco Bell, so his vacuuming might as well be the soft hum of purring kittens.
Eat the bottom one.
And your loud neighbors.
Like that.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Lukewarm Cinema Podcast. We're three best friends talking about movies and TV. My name is Austin. Today I'm joined with
George.
And your boy Chris.
Guys, dude, the stream is like
It's happening.
We did it.
Hey, yeah.
Now, is it going to throw you off that you're watching the stream on your laptop? Because, like,
No.
I'm already mentally, I'm like, cannot watch it.
This reminds me of Spaceballs.
There we go. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
We've broken the fourth wall. What do we do?
Oh, my goodness. No, legitimately. Well, we grinded a lot this week. We did a lot of, like, renovation, obviously. We added the little nifty...
We got some lights up in here. We have 4 cameras now on this show. We have 4 cameras. So now we got a close-up of each one of us. And not to jump too far ahead, but we got ourselves an intern, everybody. You guys can't see him, but his name is Lonnie. He's doing us a gigantic solid right now.
You'll just see his hand right now. We'll do a little intro video for him eventually.
Yeah, we'll do like an actual intro video, and it'll just be him just like seizing on the floor or something.
He's working his way to earning a microphone. So
Yeah, we gotta feel that.
eventually he may have a microphone, but until he proves himself, you just get a hand.
Buying coffees, you know.
Well, guys, George, let's start with you, man. How was your week?
Okay. Well, my week, boy, has been just busy. Working with Sticky Paws, going.
Let people know who that is.
Sticky Paws Studios, located in Las Vegas, Nevada. We host all your podcast needs. So obviously we have a sick multicam setup now. This is kind of in part because when I went to Sticky Paws and I saw what they had going on, I was like, and then Austin was like, dude, my camera films in 4K, and we kind of like had this like, oh my gosh, you know, like monkey finally sees banana, but doesn't know how to open it. Monkey now knows how to use his thumbs, and it's like, oh, there's stuff inside here. So we did that. We got this OBS system. I'm sure Austin's going to post a little vlog about like how we're exactly doing everything. He kind of already did, but I think we'll do one like where we actually have
Yeah, we can do
everything set up.
For people who don't know, I have a YouTube channel where I do.
He's a sorcerer.
Yeah, I do like vlogs and stuff like that. So I have a vlog from when we started doing this the other day. I still have to edit it. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow after I finish with this other client. But I'm probably going to do that, and then so I'll put that up. But of course I'll share it on the Lukewarm page so everybody can see. But please, George,
Yeah,
so
okay. Sticky Paws Studios, wonderful, busy-ass week. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're having, I was thinking this the other day, I was like, man, if you are like really in a rut, right, like mentally, there's nothing better than just putting together a day. And I haven't just put together a day, I've put together days now where I'm like really proud of what you've done. I like go to bed like tired, you know, which is a great feeling. And I think everybody right needs to go about finding that in their lives in some way, shape, or form. I promise you, it's going to make you happier. Other than that, I've been announcing a lot. I did my brother's senior night game. Shout out to Junior. I love you. I wish I could have been out there walking him out. So like I had to announce my brother.
Was this senior night for him?
Yeah, I had to announce my brother. I teared up a little like while announcing him, and I couldn't hold it back. It kind of took me like 45 seconds to like kind of collect myself because like it's an emotional moment, man, and I'm really proud of the kid, and he's gonna be gone.
I know it was like
You're
super.
laughing because of like, oh,
I just thought of something. Like, it's super serious. What if you were just like, oh yeah, just like the end of it, and just like totally ruined it?
Tell me why I definitely threw in a lot of. There was a kid who got hit hard tonight, and so this was like the fun part that I was going to mention to you, right? So the coach is like, all right, we have. He sends me a text before the game. He's like, no roster. I'll leave you the script for senior night up there. I was like, I was like, at least Coach Thomas, the baseball coach, like gave me some gear. You know, like he won't even give me a roster. He's giving me clothes. You suck. Like a little jab, but it's like funny. And I thought he was kidding about the no rosters. There was no fucking rosters.
I legitimately was number 10 on the point. Number 10 is going off right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is literally playing out of his mind. Wish I knew the kid's name. Not that I'm not trying to like pronounce your kid's name or anything. I legitimately have no rosters up here. So like I free-formed for 3 hours. It was really fun. I got to like, I don't know. I really like announcing for the stand-up portion of it. You get really comfortable with pauses and timing and then hearing the echo coming back on like a football stadium. The echo is nuts, so I have to wear headphones. Even though it's not playing anything, I just wear them because the delay is nuts. It bounces off so many other things and it's like, throws you off. But my week, I mean, if that doesn't sum it up right there, pretty fucking phenomenal. Cheers to that. It's time to it's celebrating with the boys tonight, so.
Hell yeah,
a little bit of sangria. Cheers to you guys. I know you guys, I finished my Twisted Tea. I'm going to need another one of those.
Let's get that wide cam for the cheers for everybody.
Yes, okay, here we go.
Let's get that
Thank
cheers,
you.
boy.
Thank you,
Let's
guys.
get Lonnie up in there. Lonnie's hands coming
Pass,
in.
yeah,
Yes,
pass
yes.
the energy over. Yeah.
Yeah, woo.
All right, boys. There's
But
an
I'm
adult
really,
beverage.
I'm really glad to hear you had a good week. I know Christian put in a lot of work getting this episode together, and you and I put in a lot of work in the back end stuff.
Bro, we're all putting in like work right now. Chris is busting his ass on these fucking hilarious clips. Like,
If
your
you guys
content-
don't follow us, look at me.
If y'all don't follow us on Instagram and TikTok, you're messing up because these dudes have, I swear to goddamn, the funniest clips I've ever seen in my life.
No
no
cap.
cap.
No cap.
not
I
even
mean, I have a cap
overselling
on,
it.
but
We're not even overselling it.
no, like
We're either that funny or we're that delusional. Either way, it's going to be entertaining. Okay?
right.
You either get on this free content now or like when we have a fucking OnlyFans, you guys are fucking regretting it, right? Because those people are going to be having to pay for our shit at that point. So, I mean, get on it now. Well, it's free. I think it's a good little tip. So, but anyways, Austin, your week.
So my week, I spent just working for the man, doing that stuff. Got some more clients for Next Stack Productions, which, by the way, if you guys need a podcast or video edited, or if you are in the Las Vegas area and you like this setup right here that we have, hit up Next Stack Productions.
Yeah, it's like it sucks. I do have to say this, right? It sucks that we do have to promote both, right? Like I'm working for Sticky Paws now. I gotta fucking shout them out because they,
Of course,
we're gonna eventually do an episode there soon. I would say within the next month. We gotta
might as well
think about that. But with Next Act, right? You're getting the whole enchilada from wherever you're at in the country. Right now, you have a fucking client in New York, yeah?
Yeah, I do. I have a client. I have a podcast in New York that I'm editing for, and then I have somebody who travels who's multi-state. I can't say exactly what I'm working on for them, but I'm about to finish their project. But it's been great. Next Act was able to buy us dinner tonight, so we made it. We were able to enjoy a very fine dining experience of Taco Bell. I don't think you guys have. I don't think you guys
Mango
have
grits?
mango grits, some Baja Blast, and then George over here bringing in the Twisted Tea. I've never had Twisted Tea. We're not sponsored by it, but I've never had this, and I gotta say, dude, this is
Pretty raw.
pretty. I'm gonna have to go buy some now.
They
I got lots of different flavors of Twisted Tea. Feel free to.
Oh,
So-
really?
I didn't even know this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, so I finally launched my YouTube channel, doing vlogs, doing. You helped me record a what's in my bag video that I'm gonna probably be releasing this weekend.
Dope.
So it's gonna be a lot more vlogs of like what we do behind the scenes. You know, Lonnie will probably start being in them. I mean, Christian was all up in the last one. George was all up in the last one. But this last vlog that's currently going up, it's just George and I just doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah. So, but my week was pretty chill. So I can't.
Okay.
I'm
That's
happy.
sweet.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be here. I'm really happy with the progress we've made, the three of us. I mean, I feel like I'm discounting Lonnie. I don't want to sound like I'm discounting Lonnie.
It's his first fucking day.
It's his first fucking day, but he's doing great.
He's still in the hazing period. Okay, we
Yeah.
can't throw him too many bones. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we also threw him like into the fire though. We were like, "Hey, Lonnie, have you ever used OBS?" He's like, "No, not really." We're like, "Great, you're hired. You're gonna learn today." But Chris, my man.
Tell us about your week. You told me a little bit about it, but I want you to tell our boy George.
Yes, the full enchilada of what happened to me this week. Okay, so it all began Monday. People sometimes say the week begins on Sunday, but like when you work, it begins on fucking Monday. Okay. So working hard at Arby's, right? However, behind the scenes, I landed a new job at Einstein Brothers Bagels. I'm gonna be up in my pay. Okay.
Let's go. Wait, hold on. Say it one more fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be working at Einstein Brothers Bagels. All right.
And
Yeah.
and
Fuck yeah.
And today was my last day at Arby's.
oh no, but what was the other part? You said it was a two-parter with that Einstein's.
What was the two-parter that I'm gonna make more monies?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
and they close at fucking 2:00 every day.
Yeah, so I might get in early, but I'll be out earlier.
Like teacher schedule, bro. Hell yeah.
So it's a chill little place, you know. Everybody, it's by a college. Students
It's closer
walking
to his
in.
house too, so he doesn't have to pay $50 a day in Uber.
You're working at the one in front of UNLV?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's a money spot.
Oh, with tips?
Yeah.
No, it's college kids. I'm talking about some fine ass poontang that you're gonna have walking through there in the summertime.
Ooh, get my social game going. Get my social links.
Oh, Sharon, you strawberry cream cheese again, right? Got you. You also want the salmon, right?
I love strawberry
Perfect.
cream
Cream
cheese.
cheese, bro.
Of course you fucking do. All right, go back
Side
into your
notes.
fucking week, dog. That's awesome. Congrats.
Yeah, so I was kind of like, it's a deal where if I get scheduled this weekend, I just fuck off and work at Einstein. But I was saying goodbye to the people I like at work today, and I'm like, you know, if they don't, then you'll see me on Sunday. That'll be my last day. But the real person, my boss Alfredo, he's a fucking G. You know, he hired me and like we just joke around. So I'm like, hey bro, that shit was funny. Peace out. So it was chill. A coworker today confided in me that he's a heroin addict, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, he dropped that
Wait,
on me
hold
in the
on,
car ride. Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah, my best friend says he does. I'm about not best friend.
My coworker.
He's actually a new guy, but like, it was kind of weird. I'm like, hey, this is not last day material, okay, guys?
Hey, bro, I'm trying to get out of here, bro. I don't need this right now.
But I was kind. I'm like, you know, you're struggling, man. I hope things, you know, are looking up and stuff. And he's like, yeah, dude. Every day I've worked, I've went to the bathroom and yeah. So
In the fucking Arby's bathroom?
it sounds like such a fucking joke, but no, but I was saying that
I
in
know
hindsight.
it's not a joke, but what in the absolute fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah, and he was.
He
I first saw
confided in
him-
you, and your first instinct was, "Let's go on the fucking podcast. This is gonna lead the fucking
This
episode."
is views, baby. This is views.
I love it. It's okay. We didn't use a name, but that's
we didn't use
that's
a name.
crazy.
Yeah, but like it wasn't like at the time it wasn't awkward. I'm like I heard him out because if somebody tells you that, they want to be heard out to some degree. So like it was weird. Like the last day was overall it was interesting and it was good.
Nice.
So
Nice.
tomorrow I'm heading in, give them Einstein some information. You know, so very chill. It was a hard week, but also a chill week. So it was good.
Great content, by the way. Like you've been killing the Instagram game.
Yeah, absolutely killing it.
Yeah.
You've been increasing our numbers on there. I feel like we're just stroking each other now, which is totally fine.
Yeah,
Hey, people will pay
we're
to
doing
see
it.
that. Okay.
I was like, so after we did our stuff, the next day I saw Vanessa was awake then. So I told her, I was like, yeah, we have cam stuff. She goes, you guys are doing a cam show?
Ooh.
I was like, what if I said yes?
I don't think she would honestly give a fuck.
Give me the link so I can make sure not to
She
watch it.
Yeah, what time are you going to be on, and what do you guys prefer in tips, Bitcoin or Dogecoin?
How do you block a YouTube channel in particular?
Very hot.
Very, very hot. Well, I mean, I want to say it again. I'm really happy with this setup we have.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go up from here. We're getting new stuff in as time goes on.
Yeah.
We've got legit lighting this time. We don't have that. What can you elaborate on what
There
that
was
lighting
just
was?
it was just
Clamp lamps, and I was like, hey, like this might kind of work out. We just have some fucking clamp lamps that we use, and we
And they all faced me. They all
They-
pointed this
it's
way.
because I had an L desk, and then okay, so this is something else that was kind of crazy from this week. There was a day in which I think it was the day before Austin came over, so Tuesday. I found a free fucking piano.
Oh yeah.
And when
Lonnie
insert hand, Lonnie helped out.
Hey Lonnie, appreciate you. We were jamming on that bitch when
He helped
George was
out.
on.
Austin was able to tell me that it's not, my piano isn't terribly out of tune, this free piano I got, just slightly.
Yeah.
So I gotta get that tuned, but, so I got a piano, and I got a new desk. All $30. The desk, this little fucking cheap desk I got, was more than a nice ass piano. So that just goes to show, go on the Craigslist free ads every day. I mean, most of the times, right? Old mattresses, weird shit you'll never buy, rocks, dirt, fucking cardboard boxes, broken fridges. Okay, I found a free fucking piano. All right, and they said it was
a nice piano. It's like a whole like wood piano. It's very nice looking.
100% nice looking. Well, all right, I'll jump now to you, Chris, because I say we just jump straight into this fucking episode.
This is your episode. We've all had our own type of episode now, so this is Chris's.
All right, yeah, my boy Austin, he did Inaccuracies in war movies. George did Inaccuracies in sports movies. And the book was dropped on my lap. Chris, figure some shit out. You got to do it now.
we were setting this stuff up, and we were like, it's Chris's turn.
Setting stuff up. Dude, 30 minutes
before this podcast, or not even like an hour. I didn't even know what the fuck we were doing today. Thank God you took the initiative, Chris.
Okay, so for reals, because I did all the research yesterday, as well as a mini movie marathon to really make sure, I got everything I'm talking about here, right?
Perfect.
I'm like, I can't just look it up. I got to rewatch some of these, okay? These are going to be inaccuracies in video game movies, okay? Because I thought, what's something that I have oddly an odd amount of knowledge on organically? Yes, Yugoslavia, bro. Where did Bosnia come from? How is Croatia involved? What happened in the 1990s? Yugoslavia, that's a whole rabbit hole that I can go on. Fuck, now I want to do Yugoslavia inaccuracy.
Save it for next week, buddy.
Next week.
There needs to be a Yugoslavia movie, okay?
Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia. All right, boys. So now, some of these are going to be inaccuracies, but since I watched all these at some point, I'm going to throw you some gripes I had with some of these movies. And on top of that, I'm also going to give you... A lot of these went really bad production-wise, so I'm going to give you guys some production-related, some mishaps that happened during production on some of these, okay?
Nice. Okay.
Because, you look at all these movies that flopped.
Okay.
Not all these flopped, but some of these did. And you got to say, damn, what led to that steaming shit pile of a product, okay?
Okay, I'm going to be slightly upset is Grandma's Boy in the list?
No. Is that a video game?
Grandma's Boy is a video game movie. You got to check it out sometime.
Okay.
But it's okay. I'm just now a little slightly upset, but okay.
I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry.
Awesome. And I don't think we need to be afraid to talk about what just happened here, right? So this is obviously, whenever you're doing, you can explain, right? First live stream, right? You're going to run into some technical issues.
Yeah, the engines that run the live streaming, we had to change the oil real quick, okay? That's
oil
not
change.
A big deal. But that was seamless, okay? I just
super seamless.
Rattled off bullshit for 45 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, but I say you can continue now with whatever the first movie is.
Yeah, okay, guys. First movie, and actually put these kind of in chronological order because they're kind of a similar burst of time.
Okay.
The first one is the Super Mario Brothers movie in 1993.
Sick. Okay. I didn't even know this fucking movie existed.
1993, okay? So...
Now, is this the bad one?
I don't think they made another. That's all I'm going to tell you.
So the one is the bad one.
Yeah, but it's complicated. So first we're going to go over the inaccuracies and the gripes I have. This is kind of a list form. You guys have an opinion or a question? You jump right the fuck in. But I'm going to start rattling.
My opinion is that Mountain Dew is the best drink ever.
Mountain Dew is the best drink ever.
Dr. Dew.
Dr. Dew.
Dr. Dew.
Okay. So you said if we have anything, just jump in?
Yeah, dude, go ahead, because, there's some shit to go off on some of these. Okay?
Perfect. I got you.
All right. So here are the inaccuracies. First thing, this is a gripe. Of all the love interests / princesses in Mario, for some reason they chose Princess Daisy instead of. They had like 8 other more relevant chicks in the batting
Not
order.
even Peach
They could have done Peach. They could have or Paulina
or
which
Waluigi.
dude, they need to make a Waluigi movie. That's
The fact that there has not been a gay one, I just
you should see the degenerate content people make, George. That's all I can tell
Rule
you.
34 is a thing. Are you aware of what Rule 34 is?
no. I'm assuming it has to do with gay.
No, Rule 34
Characters.
means that if there's media, movie, animation, video game, or anything, there's a porn of it.
Oh,
Which is
lovely.
true in
Which is
every fucking case.
Especially if you're a
Nice.
furry.
Rule 34, the website compiles it all into
there's a
one
website?
place. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just a term.
fucking
I didn't even know there was a
sick.
website.
Let's get them as a sponsor. Fuck Twisted Tea, bro.
That would be a badass sponsor, okay. But moving right along, as much as I'd like to dwell on the content I've seen there.
Okay.
Okay. So they choose Daisy. Why? Okay. So Bowser is the main villain. But he's not like a giant turtle looking guy like in the games.
Right.
He's a dude, an old dude played by Dennis Hopper. Okay.
Okay.
So first thing, why that? Okay. So let me ask you, what do you think the first line is going to be in a Super Mario Brothers movie? What do you think the first thing is going to open to?
Oh my goodness, this is
let
a
me-
toughie.
Let me read you this and see if you think this is even mildly fucking related. A long, long time ago, the Earth was ruled by dinosaurs.
Get the fuck out of here. That's what they started with?
And it's like a shot of like a jungle with some like shitty animated dinosaurs. What does that have to do with Mario? I'm gonna explain it to you right fucking now.
So you're gonna end up like Charlie from
Pepe Silvio, my fucking sandwich board. Okay. So, but we're gonna get there. Okay. These like I watched it and listed them off like in a fucking order. Okay. These problems. Daisy. As a baby, they flashed back. She hatched from an egg. The person, Princess Daisy, she hatches from an egg. Luigi pronounces Mario's name Mario, which is a
Mario?
fucking common gripe in the Mario community. Some people pronounce it Mario. Nobody knows why. Luigi does it for some reason in this movie. Okay. Daisy is an archaeologist in Brooklyn.
Wait, no, this is legit. So, okay.
Does she wear Tim's
In
and say
this-
dead ass?
No, it was a different age.
Okay, I have a question. Here. Okay. Now, in this film, in which
There has to be some sort of plot. They chose her to be a designer, you said? An archaeologist.
Yeah, designer archaeologist.
Because she was hatched in a fucking from an egg.
Okay.
Okay, so they have to follow some plot here.
Yeah.
I hope at some point in time you can circle back around to where this archaeologist leads.
Yes.
Okay. There's context. So it takes place in Brooklyn and Manhattan. Mario and Luigi are plumbers, and they're actually plumbers in the fucking movie, surprisingly. And the lore is that when the meteor wiped out the dinosaurs, it split the universe into 2 dimensions. The normal one, and that's like, where Brooklyn and Manhattan and all that is, and then the alternate one, which is an alternate world where that's where King Koopa lives and rules like that world. In that existence, humans, the people, they evolved from dinosaurs instead of monkeys.
all right, second question. All right.
Fucking, you have to give this movie a pineapple rating. I'm going to jump into this now, because this
Okay.
sounds like a sub-2 pineapple movie.
Okay, no, let me tell you. Now,
This movie is not accurate at all. That's why it leads this fucking list. However, it was a fun movie and I had a good time. I was like, damn, that wasn't like Mario, but I liked everything I saw.
Okay, so pineapple rating.
I'll say like a 3.5.
Awesome.
That's,
Okay.
That's not that bad. That's better than I probably.
Really
I haven't
not.
seen it in forever, so I forgot 99% of this.
All right, you could continue.
All right, boys, I'm going to go down the list and you'll get more story context as we go along. I got to list off all this shit, okay? Oh yeah, Daisy. She doesn't look like Daisy
It's a long one.
at all. Okay, from the games, but whatever. Who cares? So King Koopa, Bowser, he has 2 henchmen that are like these bumbling idiots that are like his sons. For some reason, they look like 90s R&B singers. One guy has like curled on the top, slick sides, and these like the tiny square frame glasses in the 90s that like boy bands and shit would wear. Don't know why they look like R&B singers.
For sure.
I complain. Oh yeah, Mario's girlfriend is a woman named Daniela. When they could have had him be with Peach or Paulina from the original Donkey Kong game, but they just made up some random bitch named Daniela. Drop the ball. And Daisy is the love interest of Luigi, which that part's fine. Okay. Here's a fun fact. This movie came out before Super Mario 64. However, when they transfer to the other world, the other dimension where King Koopa lives, they jump through a wall and like it does like a waveform, which is just like what happens in Super Mario 64. That's like the first 3D game. So that's kind of like more of an Easter egg, if anything.
Okay.
So like it's almost an accuracy itself.
I can see it. The thing that I'm struggling with the most this movie, Chris, is just that, first off, I haven't seen it. Now, I
It's a
think
fucking trip.
I need to visualize it a little more. Now, are we talking all cartoon, or are we talking like live action?
It's live action. The whole thing is live action.
Now, okay, now I'm getting a little better visual.
So that makes more sense on some of these designs.
Correct.
They're like, we want a big budget. And when I go off the production notes, the format is like I get my inaccuracies, then I go off of production, how it started and where it went wrong. Okay?
Perfect. Go ahead.
So you'll get more context. Okay. So they get to the Koopa dimension, right? Which you think, oh, maybe it's all bright like Mario World. No, not at all. It's a dystopian cyberpunk-looking city with fungus hanging everywhere. One, like little stringy fungus. And, there's like signs everywhere like, oh, King Koopa, vote for him. Like a police state almost.
Make Mario great again.
It's like, why did they? And, King Koopa / Bowser, he's like the dictator, right? So there's lizard people walking around. Who knows why? Okay. So they de-evolve people. Okay, King Koopa
De-evolve?
has a machine that can evolve or de-evolve people. And his big master plan is, we're going to join the realms back together. And then I'm going to devolve the human race so that we can walk the earth again.
Bold.
That's
very bold
That's
plot.
extremely bold.
That's Bowser's fucking plan. And Daisy has like a meteorite fragment, which is like the MacGuffin. Like, oh, if I get the meteor fragment, I could put it back in the meteor, and then the dimensions will join.
Some fucking what the hell was his name? From fucking Endgame. Goddamn.
Some Thanos-looking shit.
Thanos.
Pretty much.
They would pronounce it Thanos too. The Mario. What the fuck is
Mario
that?
and Thanos.
Mario
Okay.
and Thanos.
I could see why this got a 3.5. So continue. I'm liking it.
So Toad in Mario games, he's the guy, like the cute little guy with the mushroom head, right? He's just like some like stoner dude who plays guitar in one scene. They just name him Toad. That's him. That's how we translate the game. Okay, so Goombas. In Mario Brothers, Goombas are those little brown fuckers. Like,
Aren't they like dinos? Sorry.
tell me why. Tell me fucking why. Goombas are the little shortest chicken shit enemy in Mario games. In this, though, they devolve people into Goombas, and they're like 8 foot tall lizard people that are like this wide.
Okay.
It's total miss. Like, who the fuck made this decision, right?
Okay, question here, and maybe this can
Hopefully clear this up. Do you think that what the hell was his name that was evolving characters? Do you think he evolved the character?
he evolved these Goombas so that they would be fucking like the Monstars from Space Jam.
Okay. All right. Here's the thing. In this dimension, they say that everybody evolved from dinosaurs
instead of monkeys.
Okay. So the theory was if you devolve the people, then they turn more into dinosaurs or lizards. So that's how we get Goombas. Okay.
The more you know.
But now you say evolve. It also evolves. The bumbling idiots, Iggy and Spike, the two R&B singer-looking henchmen, they evolve them, and like they walk out of the machine, then they're like, "Oh yes, the square root of 835," like really comically, and they become smart guys. There's a bit of an inaccuracy because the Mushroom King, apparently like King Koopa devolved him first, and he's like actually the fungus that grows around the city. Tell me why. When he devolved the Mushroom King, he turned into fungus, yet everybody else in that dimension turns into dinosaurs when they're devolved. They set up their own lore, then went against it.
This is like backwards Digimon, man. This is like
It's backwards Chinese fucking reverse underwater Digimon, okay? Like,
what?
So, next one. Yoshi is a miniature Tyrannosaurus Rex and looks fucking terrifying. Okay, that's another miss.
More like a raptor?
It looks exactly like a T-Rex that's scaled down to about the size of a dog.
So I like how you said scaled down. That makes sense.
So pretty like this is a scary movie to watch as a kid. Everything looks fucking scary. And everything is dark too, which is not what Mario is at all. Okay. So Bowser captures Daisy, and he actually kind of tries to fuck her. He pours two shots and tries to get her to drink them, and he flexes his lizard tongue.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude. He's like a total, and he has like a wife who's running shit with him.
So he's a total Chad.
Kind of. Okay. But here's another funny one though. Mario was a pussy slayer in this movie because they go to a place called the Boom Boom Club because this heavy set chick with jetpack boots, not gonna get into it, okay, she stole the meteorite fragment. Mario had to get it back, so he went to the dance floor and danced with her to steal it back while they're dancing, but he failed the first time and she punched him in the face. So he comes back and says, "I really like the way your knuckle crunched against my face, baby."
This is Rule 34 fucking central, bro.
In a Mario movie. But he pulls her. Mario succeeds. She's like, "Come here, baby." And it works, and he fucking gets he steals the meteorite fragment off of her. Mario, he was into it. He was a fucking poon slayer, okay? And I was like, "Damn, bro."
I need a fucking dramatic cut to me right here. Okay. I think we have some viewers right now. If we don't, if you're fucking rewatching this, please go on Rule 34.
Yes. Oh my god.
Okay. And if you've seen this movie, I need you to tell me if they have actual audio clips or just any sort of clips from this film added to it, because I understand how they make some of these cartoons is they take the audio from the film to give it that more of a real sense,
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, hey, honey, come help me with the groceries" type shit. You know what I mean? That kind of audio. If we can find out if there's a connection there, and then please send us the link. This is a judgment-free zone. All right? You can send it as anonymous, or you could just send it as your own self, if you find it. If not, we got to look. We got to look for this.
Yeah, we have our expert researchers on it right now.
Well,
all right.
what's the movie called?
Jamie, pull that up.
I'm pulling it up.
Well, it's the Super Mario Brothers movie. Okay.
We got like a dual Jamie system going on. We got one Jamie who is just a hand this episode, and we got another
Well,
Jamie.
he's the entire stream. I'm free to do whatever here.
Look, okay, I'm a degenerate. Type in rule34.xxx in your search bar. Go to incognito if you don't want it in your. Okay, it's the green website.
I'm digging this website.
Go to the search bar on the left, and you have to. The spaces have to be underscores. Super underscore Mario
underscore Bros. Period.
Yeah, that should come up. But that's not going to be the movie. It's going to be all Super Mario. Tell me some of the shit that you see, Austin. Okay.
There's a lot of Peach.
Yeah.
lot of Peach.
Wait. See,
there's some Eiffel Towers going on here.
Look, go to the search bar, put a space after Mario Brothers, and then type gay and see what comes up.
Why would I do that.
Look, Austin, we're researching.
Nobody here but us chickens is what it says. Check your blacklist. We now automatically omit terms from your search. I think that might be.
It was an invalid search. That means invalid search. So I fucked up telling you how to add the tag.
Oh, maybe I gotta add a period at the end. No.
Talk about some invigorating fucking content.
How about we just
right
continue?
Here.
The list goes on.
No, I'm serious about it being invigorating content, guys. Like hopefully my facial reactions kind of played off exactly what was going on that screen.
Hey, guys,
literally.
Look,
thank God you guys can't see that because YouTube would be like, you guys just don't want to stream anymore. I guess.
Look, guys, some of it's not bad. All right, there's a reason I knew what's typing. Okay. So we're not going to talk about that.
He's the expert in more than one way.
We're not going to talk about that. So the currency in Bowser's world is Koopa coins and coupons.
Nice.
Which is fucking stupid. Okay. The chick that Mario gets with is a Dom. We went over that because that was funny. Okay, so the lizard evolved people are shown in the thoroughfares eating foods with lizard in them. Like sandwiches with lizard. That's like if I ate a fucking monkey. If they evolved from dinosaurs and they're eating lizards...
Some cannibalistic shit.
So that's weird. Like, we're just not supposed to question that? That's fucked up.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
That's weird.
Okay. Let's see. What else we got? Okay, so one time, Mario and Luigi, they put on these boots that make them jump high, and they jump through, and they shatter like a glass ceiling, but they put egg crates on their head. When in the games, don't they just bust their fucking the bricks over their head?
Yeah. No, of course. I get what you're saying.
They just bust the bricks over their head. So
they put fucking. So this is where because you've bounced around inaccuracies and like kind of just some odd shit, and we're stuck here. At least I am, where I'm like, this whole movie seems like a fucking fraud.
Yes, it's a fraud to the source material.
Okay, all right. So, is this the only video game movie you have? Or is there a couple other that
There's
you have?
a couple others, yes.
Okay. Now, how much more is on this list? Because it seemed like this movie is just fucking Inaccuracy City.
I only got a few more inaccuracies that I'm going to rattle through right now.
Okay, go through them, bro. I didn't want to like cut you off, but I'm like, damn, there's a lot fucking wrong with this movie.
Yeah, and I'm skipping the like non-interesting ones, okay?
Nice.
So, turns out the fungus king that got devolved, that's Daisy's father. Who knows why? Okay. So they referenced WrestleMania in this movie for some reason. Mario has to save his girlfriend Daniela, and he's like, "Oh, I promised to take her to WrestleMania," which was just like a hilarious pop culture reference. Like, that didn't need to fucking be in there. Okay, this one was fucked up. When the worlds merge temporarily, Koopa's tower pop into Brooklyn, and they show it from the Brooklyn perspective, and it looks like the Twin Towers. Because this was in 1993, and the pop-in makes it look like the Twin Towers are disintegrating.
What?
Which is in really poor taste in hindsight.
It aged very poorly.
Fuck the Simpsons predicting everything in this movie.
So it was like, I was like, whoa, what movie am I watching, bro? So that was fucked up. There's a bomb-omb. The bomb-ombs in Mario, they're the little bomb creatures that you wind up. For some reason, there's a bomb-omb, and it's wearing Reeboks.
The product placement is spot on, bro.
Which is like, dude.
Vince McMahon splurged to get fucking WrestleMania set in there, and then fucking you said this was
1993.
You're right around. This is like before Shaq became a real thing in Reebok, dude. This is all coming together. This is just like They were like, okay, all right, we need a fuck ton of money to make this movie. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to all these big time corporations, and we're gonna say, hey, Vince McMahon, WrestleMania, we're plugging you. Reebok, give us some of your fucking sneakers, and we'll your sneakers are so good, they're the bomb. That's how they fucking pitched it. And they said, give me $1 million, and we're going to make it look phenomenal. And boom, you get this fucking movie.
I hope it was that honest and it wasn't a weird creative decision. So, in the finale of the movie, King Koopa gets devolved into a T-Rex, and Mario fucks him up. Okay, and then it sets up for a sequel, which because the movie's reception,
Of course it does.
of course, that didn't happen. Okay. So that's my inaccuracies, okay?
I feel like that was a roller coaster of I don't even know what. Like just that one alone.
It's so hard because like to give you guys context, that's like a whole nother rabbit hole. Because this movie was fucked up.
Please tell me no more Rule 34 is involved.
Maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe not. Oh.
So quickly, I'll tell you the production goofs that fucked up this movie. The movie had a $4 million budget, only grossed $39 million worldwide. It was a failure.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's why nobody knows.
Chris just bring up money. Okay, we get new camera. You see all the fucking cameras around here, the lights. You say, all right, well, I guess I do want to bring up some dollar bills. Okay, can you say those numbers one more time because I was baffled when you brought up money.
So, a little more context, and I'll tell you the numbers once more.
Gotcha.
This was distributed by Disney through a label of theirs that is now defunct.
Kevin,
called,
I know you're watching this right now from Magic Our Way. I know you're watching right now. So here's some notes for you from Christian.
Yeah, Disney had a label called Hollywood Pictures that they're releasing and producing movies through. It's now defunct. Okay, $48 million budget.
I wonder why it's defunct now.
$48 million they put into this movie. Worldwide, only got $39 million back. That's a flop and a half. Okay, they're in the fucking negative. Okay.
Fuck.
So the actors that played Mario and Luigi, later they admitted like it was a very miserable process and they would actually drink whiskey on set.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Which that's a great scene to put in my head. Fucking Mario and Luigi throwing them back. Dennis Hopper was Bowser. Okay. Totally miserable production, right? Dennis Hopper played Bowser. And he got so mad at the directors over last-minute rewrites one day that he just exploded on them, okay? And on that day, for the next scene, 300 extras were waiting to film the next scene. It was probably like the scene in like the thoroughfare with all the townspeople. They had to just watch the 45-minute blow-up. Decided it wasn't going to end. They all went to fucking lunch. The blow-up still lasted for 2 more hours.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Bro. Shout out to that whiskey. I don't even know.
I want what he
Jack
was,
or whatever. Fuck.
I want what he has.
The directors,
Some liquid confidence, right?
they ended up begging him, just like, we'll do whatever you want, please, man. And he just finally said, fuck it, and they just filmed it as is. It was such a miserable experience.
Oh my. Well, okay. Do you fucking blame the guy though? Like, honestly,
I don't. I'll say that.
because like it's like everything that you've brought up to this point where it's just like if you know anything about Mario, even back then, you're just like, the fuck is going on here?
He was mad at how unprofessional he thought everything was.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Okay, so I know you had multiple movies on this list.
Yes.
Okay. So what are we thinking about for this next movie? Like, where are we going?
All right.
Are we gonna hit a video game? Because I know Super Mario, obviously, right? The Mario brand.
Are we gonna hit a video game? The first movie we talk about is the video game.
I know, but like Mario to me, I don't know. I don't connotate it as a video game.
What?
What do you mean, buddy?
I don't know.
It's the most famous
not,
video game.
It's not Madden, bro.
No. So okay, and I know it sounds like I'm being an ignorant slut about this, and I am. But just mentally, throughout my entire life, I've thinking Mario as just like this character. I didn't play a lot of Mario games.
He's almost more of a cultural staple even than he is a video game.
Yes, right, yes. Okay, so that's the way I connotated it. All right.
I got some...
I'm going to get torn apart. And I also feel like a douchebag. But,
we clarified.
Yes, there we go.
So next up on our list, 1994 Street Fighter movie.
Okay.
We're
going the oldies today. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, these are some of the first fucking attempts, okay?
I love it, bro. That's awesome.
So this one's a shorter list. One inaccuracy. Guile is the main character. He's not the fucking main character in Street Fighter. So they just chose him.
Did you ever watch the Wang video about that guy in Street Fighter?
Sawada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll let. Are you mentioning that at all, or
no? Because it's more about the video games than it is the movie. But if you want to give a rundown,
well, I don't remember it too much. I just remember they created a character for this actor that they wanted to play Ryu.
which it's not pronounced Ryu. That's another inaccuracy, but I'll get into that.
For Ryu.
Yes.
And I think like the department, like the studio was like, we want him to play Ryu, and the director was like, fuck no, that dude sucks.
Yes, so they wanted this guy to be the main character. The people casting, they liked him so much they kept him on even though the director said no, and they made a whole other character for him named Captain Sawada. He's like a military captain, but he only speaks, I believe it was Japanese, and they dubbed in all his lines, and that was one of the reasons they also didn't choose him to be Ryu, the main character. And so then he appears in the video game Street Fighter, the movie, the game, which is a whole fucking rabbit hole of itself.
A whole different one.
So it's an interesting little like tidbit of like production information. So Guile is the main character in this movie. He's this like American jarhead, military army soldier type guy. They decide it's an action movie. We'll just make him the main character. And to play an American military guy, who do they choose? Van Damme.
Oh, right. He's
with a fucking Belgian accent.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Hello.
Okay. Chun-Li is a news reporter in this for some reason. Who knows why? The boxer Balrog is her cameraman. That's not true. Okay. E Honda is a sumo wrestler guy in the games. He is their van driver for the news crew.
Bro,
okay.
Oh my God.
And E Honda, I believe he's Japanese in the games because you fly to Japan, he wears kabuki makeup, and he's in a noticeably Japanese bathhouse. They made him a Pacific Islander, which casting wise isn't really. It's like, okay, that's fine, but also like he wears a Hawaiian shirt, and when he like retorts, they have like a Hawaiian like slide guitar sounding riff. So they lay into the Pacific Islander thing for no reason.
Oh my God.
It's like, this will work. This is fine.
Well, and to be fair, this was after Street Fighter 2. Like, games back then didn't always have like the story scenes, so like they had to make some guesses. Okay.
Got you.
So I'll say that.
Like you said, it was a first attempt.
For sure. And I like the movie. Like, I'd say like a 3.5 again. Like, it's still fun, but it's not the best. Like, I got to give my opinion, of course.
Definitely. Okay.
So, one, Ryu's name is not pronounced fucking Ryu. The Americans, the people making that movie just said Ryu. Like, cause like you read it in the game and you just guess what it is. They all said, hey, we think it's Ryu. It's pronounced Ryu.
Did they just not go to the developers or anything? They're just like, we got this. My kid plays this.
I guess not.
I went to a fucking Chinese restaurant once. I swear to God, it's pronounced Ryu.
Fried Ryu. Lawsuit incoming. So Dalsim is this yoga guy. He's like a monk who does yoga and wears like a skull necklace.
Is that his name?
Dalsim.
Yeah, I'm not well versed.
And he has
in
stretchy body parts in the video game.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Exactly. He does some cool shit in bed. In the movie, though, he's just some Indian scientist. He's not a scientist even close in the games. Not even fucking close. He doesn't fight. The main villain just holds him captive to do his IT shit, like his science stuff.
Oh my God.
Fix my Google account for me, goddammit.
Total bastardization of the character.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
It's like, why? What do you mean my Wi-Fi's not working?
Pretty much. So
And what's his fucking Bluetooth? My fucking teeth are white.
fucking trying to, explain tech to boomers.
Oh my God.
Can I make a phone call on this? It's just a screen. I don't know if I can make a phone call.
So the characters DJ and Zangief are Bison's men. Bison's like the main villain. That's just random. They just made that shit up. Okay. There's a character named Blanca who in the games, he's this like green monster with orange hair and he like electrifies himself. They made up a fake ass backstory for him saying he was Guile's comrade in like wars and Bison captured him and brainwashed him and turned him into the monster.
Oh fuck.
They just
Did he MK Ultra Christian style him?
That's exactly what he did. Yes.
Hit him with it.
The fucking okay.
Oh boy. Oh man.
The trauma's never forgotten. Okay. But in the games, he just was like a monster from like the Brazilian jungle. They just made up a tragic backstory for no fucking reason, just because it's fun. Hey, this will be cool in a movie, bro. The character Akuma is in the games, and he was teased in promotional material for the movie. Didn't end up in the movie. So that's just like that's not an inaccuracy, but more of a fun fact. So production, $35 million budget. Oh, and okay, and it was actually a success. It grossed about $100 million worldwide.
Oh, so they more than doubled their money.
Yeah, so it was worldwide. It was looking like it had some lukewarm reviews, haha, chitty chitty bang bang, but worldwide it did well. Capcom saw the Super Mario Brothers movie in 1993, right? See, we got that chronological shit going on.
I love it.
And that movie saw a large budget and major studio talent. So they went to Universal Studios with the pitch. It got greenlit in 93, but the catch was it had to be finished by Christmas of next year, okay?
Damn.
So, first problem. All right. Fuck. The production shit for this is crazy. So I'm going to just try to read it to you chronologically.
I love this. So this is the nuts and bolts. I like hearing about it.
Yeah, this is a really well thought out episode. I knew you could do it, but
yeah, I threw this motherfucker
You've perfected
together.
it. Okay, like you've taken little bits and parts from what me and Austin did, and you said, "All right, I'm gonna fucking perfect this shit," and you have.
George and Austin, fucking amateurs.
All right. So they got Steven D'Souza. That's the director, who had never directed a movie before, but he wrote screenplays. The screenplay for Commando, Die Hard, and Judge Dredd.
That's why these suck.
He was those are classic action movies.
I shoot now. There you go.
Look,
Academy Award-winning actor.
they're in the action movie Bible. Okay, you got the action movie sub, and this was marketed very much as like just a typical action movie.
Just to beat him up.
That's why Van Damme was the lead.
Because I think that's around the time Bloodsport was out and everything else he was doing, and they were like, Van Damme, bro, he's gonna fucking split kick somebody.
Can I? Because you didn't really touch on the plot, but I think you've given me enough to piece it together. And what I would want it to be.
Okay.
Camera crew with all those badass like fighters in it is covering how there's that one guy, the IT guy that's being held captive, and what we're trying to do, what Claude Van Damme's trying to do, is he's trying to like free him. And there's a whole bunch of badass fight scenes. And then at some point there's an Anchorman type scene where like they drop the fucking cameras. Dude gets out of the van and he's got a fucking live grenade and he's just standing there holding the live grenade. Like, okay, so that was kind of excessive. But do they end up fighting for that one IT guy?
No.
Oh.
Okay, but no, but a lot of what you said was right.
Womp, womp,
a lot of what you said was right. Okay, Dawson, like, he's in like 2 fucking shots of this movie, the IT guy. He's more of a scientist, but like the whole thing is kind of racist, I think. Okay, I'm just going to say it. But Bison is a dictator. M. Bison, he's this big buff guy in a fucking red, like, dictator fucking uniform. And he is running an organization that's trying to, like, take over the world. And he has, like, a military force. Guile's a military guy. Him and the UN, they're like, hey, we got to stop this fucking guy.
Oh, my gosh.
And Chun-Li and her camera crew, who are supposed to be their own fucking characters, but whatever, they're filming it, but they're fighters, too. So Ryu and Ken, they're helping Guile in the military force, and so is Chun-Li and those guys, and they go to take down Bison. Very, very cut and dry in the end. So Guile was trying to get in there and stop them and like save people overall.
I like it. Okay, this makes way more sense than the other one. And it kind of surprised me because they did it in a year. A little less.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which
how
is
hard is it to throw?
It's a miracle, honestly, I think.
Jean-Claude Van Damme just, hey, can you punch that dude over there? I love to punch.
Hey, fuck it. No, it's funny you say that. I'm gonna get into some more production stuff that goes into like the improvisation that had to happen. Okay, so they had to take a chance on a director that never directed before for this tight ass filming schedule. By the time they began filming, which started in Bangkok, they weren't even finished casting all the characters yet. Cammy is a lead role. She fights with Guile, but not in the game, so that's an inaccuracy. That character wasn't even fucking cast until they were a few weeks into shooting the movie. The actor that plays the main antagonist, Bison, the dictator guy, Raul Julia, he's well known for being Gomez in the 1991 Addams Family movie. So he's kind of a Hispanic-looking guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what his exact ethnicity is, but he's a cool guy, and he was a well-known actor at the time.
He was an action star in that movie.
No, he was like the dictator antagonist guy.
Oh, okay. That makes.
He was more
sense.
of like I'm a
brains.
dictator and a fighter kind of guy.
He was the brains behind the operation.
Exactly, the charismatic evil leader. And but that guy, Raul Julia, he was very underweight because he had stomach cancer.
Right. That's how he died.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you more about it because it goes hand in hand with this movie. Okay?
George over here, like
No, it's a very sad story. You're gonna be crying when I read that little subsection. Okay.
bet.
All right. So what they did, because he was underweight, they flipped the production schedule. Usually in a movie, first they film all the up close dialogue, and at least in this type of action movie they do, and then after that they film the large like fight sequences. They had to flip it though, so you didn't notice that Raul Julia was underweight. They filmed the fight sequences because you see him from further away. So that's the first problem. They had to flip the whole production schedule.
No.
Okay.
Bro.
Welcome to Hollywood.
So they didn't have time to rehearse the complicated action sequences because they had to do them first.
I just look like you're punching people.
Okay, after reading this, and you gave this a 3.5, this man had fucking stomach cancer, Chris. How dare you? This is a 4.25
Okay,
minimum.
look, I'm gonna get to that part. You'll be satisfied.
3.5 minus stomach cancer, 4.25 with.
You'll be satisfied with what I tell you. Okay.
All right.
So-
all right. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh.
So they flipped the production schedule, and what happened is they had to improvise lines and blocking, like the movement for these scenes on the spot. And like it's a good thing Van Damme and some of these other people were like fairly good at like the choreography. Like, oh, what if you like start there? Oh, I don't fucking know. And they had to improvise lines as well. So it was just a whole pain in the ass, right? Cast members got sick in Bangkok from eating the local food and drinking untreated water.
Oh no, they got Rona before Rona existed.
The main line producer,
Welcome to fucking Bangkok, motherfucker.
yeah, which is like when filming a movie, you never think of that to be a problem. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Continue. I have a Bangkok ad in at the end.
Okay, I'll say the last Bangkok related thing, then you'll get into that. Okay, the main line producer had a heart attack during the filming and had to be replaced
Dear
with
God.
another line producer halfway
Damn,
through
they
filming.
just said rest in peace, bro. You ain't got no job no more.
So about Bangkok, George, let's hear it.
Oh, bro. I mean, you were like,
Besides Rush,
so, okay, they're rushing a movie and they say, okay, let's go film in fucking Bangkok. I've been to Bangkok, okay? This is first-hand account, okay? I've been to San Francisco and that place smells like urine. There's been nothing ever that is compared to the smell that I smelled in the streets of Bangkok. I thought people were dead in the streets.
gosh.
And no, it smelled to the point where I was like, how are these people okay with it? And you want to know another big thing with the whole food issue? They're serving fucking little meatball hot dog looking things, so enticing looking, but they're about every 400 yards. You just got a little pop-up stand. So you get heart attacks, you get people fucking getting dysentery out there. The fact that they had only a year and they said, okay, let's go film in the dirtiest fucking city in all of the entire world, right? It's probably dirtier cities. But like I said, Bangkok smells like a morgue. Just fucking disgusting. All right? So it doesn't blow my mind when you're telling me all these disgusting facts from Bangkok. Just wanted to confirm accuracies. But this is like the production side, production accuracies.
it's believable.
I just want to say, we're talking about that line producer who like Sudoku'd and
He had a heart attack. He didn't die. He didn't die.
Yeah, Harrison Ford had a hernia on Indiana Jones 2, and they just stopped production for a little bit, and they went right back to it.
Bro, this guy Raul Julia, I'm gonna tell you why he's a baller once I get to it in a second.
Yeah, Raul Julia is still a baller, but this line producer, no sympathy. No goddamn sympathy.
So one of the actors, which I don't know which, nobody there was no source to tell me. One actor got busted at the airport for having steroids.
Oh, Jean-Claude, I guarantee it.
It's possible. Okay, it's
What do
possible.
you mean I can't have these?
You want to fight for it? Just
I'm
fucks
here
up
for
a
American
TSA
movie.
agent.
I need them. I'm Guile. I'm big man.
You play Street Fighter, no?
They have to take steroids.
I would love, like, he's like showing the TSA agent a fucking like comic book. Like, you have a Street Fighter. I am this guy.
He whips out. He goes, "You have TV?" And he whips out like an entire Nintendo system. Just hooks it all up. He's like, "You."
He ends up playing Pong for hours with a fucking
Oh no,
TSA
he
agent.
busts out Street Fighter, and he's like,
Yeah, but somehow it transitions to Pong. Like, oh, I beat you in tennis too.
Okay, but straight out of 5, I win. I keep night juice. You
Like-
win. I still keep night juice because I beat your ass.
Those Bangkok people are fucking, yeah, they're just as corrupt as anybody else, but you give them a good time. Hey,
Fun
it's
time.
a fair trade.
Yep.
Fair trade. It's probably a she-male that was a TSA agent and stopped that right there.
Are there a
boy.
lot of them there?
So
Yes.
yeah. All little. So like the thing I learned about Bangkok too. Everyone looks very similar, right? And I feel like they probably think the same thing coming out here. Like, oh my gosh, all these.
It's
Americans.
Ethan Hawke. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Ethan Hawke.
Like how like they all look the same. But no, seriously, when I was over there, like there was a lot. See, because this is the problem with these fucking BTS boy bands that got all these dudes doing makeup and everything. Like, it's so hard to fucking tell these days. It's crazy. I was over there and I was like, that could be one. That could be one. That could be one. I just want to. I am under the assumption that everyone has a penis here.
I know Christian's seen it because I think you shared it, but the silver people. Did you? Oh no, you didn't share it. So there's these guys that dress like that, paint themselves like completely silver.
Oh, the statue performers.
Right, and they like ask for money because they don't have a job, but they don't really do anything. They're just like street performers. There's this one that I saw where this guy comes up and he's like pretending to wash this guy's car window, and he does like both sides, and then he walks over, he puts his hand out, and he goes, "Fuck you," and he just drives off. And everybody in the comments is like, he didn't even fucking clean the window. No wonder why he didn't get paid.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
But apparently they're like putting their like lives at risk because they're just covering it with toxic paint because it's cheap.
Damn, I didn't know that part of it.
Yeah, I think Vice did a like a little blurb on it like a few months ago.
I like to watch that. Yeah.
I will say there's a bold commitment to paint yourself and
Yeah.
stay still.
And
like
also
a
you
statue.
get arrested for it.
I love body paint.
No, body paint's different. Body paint's
This is-
100%
this is
different.
like-
yeah.
this is
They
super
just go to
cheap.
Home Depot and just.
That's
This
almost
dude
what they
looks
do.
like he's been dipped in iron. You know what I mean? Like homie's entire denim jacket is fucking.
You've seen it's like Silver Surfer, but like Ugandan production value. And they put him on like a skateboard that's made out of like bark.
Oh my gosh.
Silver Surfer.
Speaking of bad effects, that is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, just a lot of these movies have shit effects.
Oh,
that
well,
was
yeah.
that was a generalization. You'd be surprised.
That's fucking egg
What
crates.
you got for us next, Chris?
Okay, all right. Let me. So the last goofs, they were 15 days behind schedule, right as they were going to Australia to do some extra shooting. So fucked up. And Universal Studios denied their request for more time because they had to get it out for the holidays. However, though, it came out on time, and as we said, it made a bunch of fucking money, and it did good. So the last thing to go over is Raul Julia, because he was the baller of this movie.
Right.
Okay, he was well known for being Gomez, and there's other roles, but like from my history, that's what I know most. He was in great pain during this whole fucking thing. Okay, he had terminal cancer, which a lot of the crew didn't know at the time. They kept that from people. And he refused to use a body double. They offered it, but he's like, no, I'm gonna do all my scenes. This is my role that I'm gonna own. And apparently he only took the role because his sons liked playing Street Fighter. Okay. All right.
Chris, you are just further making me upset that you gave this a fucking 3.5.
No, well, he's the silver lining. When he one good thing is good in this movie, it's his fucking role. You can watch this movie and
He was
enjoy.
performing for his life.
No, he really was. Okay,
He's probably for his kid.
this
That's
was
even
his
more.
final role. Street Fighter was his final role, playing the dictator Bison. He had these awesome monologues where, like, they called it like Shakespeare mixed with Stalin, where he's like,
What? So
We
he didn't
will
feed
br-
him?
he had such conviction, like at the fucking
Oh,
pulpit.
speaking. I thought you meant like he didn't feed them.
Oh my gosh. No. I mean, hey, he had like this vision for like he was going to take over the world and roll in the utopia. He had these awesome monologues. And if you could watch the movie or look at some of his clips, I'd really recommend it because he was a cool ass part of this movie. He was the best role for sure. This was his final role, and he died 2 months before the movie actually released. So they finished filming, and he died before it came out.
Dang.
So, and I wrote here his story and his role is the silver lining of the movie. He had cancer, took the role for his kids, and he just fucking method acted his heart out, bro. He's the real Chad, Raul Julia.
This was you, man.
Hey, I don't even give a fuck that there's gonna be a little stain in my carpet, bro. But this little stain's gonna be
to
permanent.
pour one out in your carpet.
I'm pouring one out for this guy. Are you fucking kidding me? I haven't even seen any of it. But Chris, you're okay.
Go ahead, buddy.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna do a little bit back here so you guys can actually see that. I'm serious.
Get it in shot, yeah.
Just don't do it on the
I don't
tables.
think you don't want a close up for this because I actually want to see it. I actually hit the floor back here. So if you go to the wide, okay.
There you go, buddy. Okay.
That's for the man.
Raul
there.
Julia. He's a baller guy.
Cheers to you, bro.
Cheers-
no,
cheers
seriously,
to you,
because I don't even need to know you, but to have the nuts to do exactly what that man did in this movie.
For sure.
That's baller, man.
Man, I was learning about it, and I was like getting a little teary-eyed. I'm like, oh my God. So
That's awesome.
the last and final note of Street Fighter, the movie, is that inspired a video game called Street Fighter the movie, which
Inception.
was terrible and for obvious reasons. All right, boys, that's Street Fighter. 1995, next year, Mortal Kombat,
Ooh, the first one,
Yes.
right?
the first Mortal Kombat movie.
And this is what the new one just came out last week. 2
yes,
weeks ago.
which I liked a lot. I thought it was really good.
I have to watch it. I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of them.
I've heard good things, but this is the first movie in which I know exactly what movie you're talking about, and I'm excited to hear what you have to say. 'Cause
You've seen this?
I haven't seen it, but I did I've seen like a Watch Mojo tie-in.
Okay.
Okay,
I've seen enough.
watchmojo.com?
I've seen enough, and I understand that to kind of follow. So
I
go
just-
ahead.
I
That's
just
cool.
Imagine that it's like, welcome to watchmojo.com. Welcome back to the top 10 Mortal Kombat camel toes.
Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, those skimpy costumes.
Back to Rule 34 somehow every time.
There's
right?
a lot of Mortal Kombat, yeah.
Really quick, I just want to jump in. Austin, what did you set my thermostat to? Because it is a fucking icebox in here.
What do you normally set it to when you're in here? When you drop
I
it?
haven't been afraid to go to I've gone to 64.
I put it at 65.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
we also got the fan on.
Because we got two. They don't know what Lonnie. Show your hand one more time, so people. So that we got this hand, big hand, right? Big hand, and then we got another. Big
I think
hand.
I'm the lightest one, and I'm
Yes.
still 200 plus.
Yeah. So there's
There's some man.
we might
meat up
fall
in
into
here.
my garage, but okay. Anyways, continue.
We're taking the stream
All
with
right,
us, baby.
boys.
We're all going down.
Mortal Kombat. Okay, so Inaccuracies in production. Let's roll through it, okay, boys? So they made up a fake partner for Sonya's backstory so that Kano can kill before the movie, Kano kills this unnamed character. They just made up the character, okay? Just so there's a tragic backstory. As well as Liu Kang, they made up a brother for him that didn't really exist. And
Kang Lu.
that got killed by the main antagonist Shang Tsung sometime in the past. Okay, they just made it up to drum up some drama. So that shit's made up. Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight together for Shang Tsung. They're fucking mortal enemies in Mortal Kombat. Everybody fucking knows that.
But now they're brothers?
So now there's like 8 timelines in the Mortal Kombat games.
I don't think they were brothers, but in this film, they became close. If I'm not mistaken.
in Mortal Kombat 1, no. Maybe in 2 they have a little bit different interactions, but the first Mortal Kombat movie, Shang Tsung apparently brainwashed them to fight for him, which I think is just so fucking dumb. He's a sorcerer, but they're definitely really stretching that plot point as far as they can to get mortal enemies to fight together. So that's dumb. Raiden, he's the lightning guy with the straw hat. He teleports. He's super cool. When he first appears, he has red lightning instead of blue for one scene, then not in the rest of the movie. Nobody, who knows why? Maybe it was
Nobody knows.
So that was dumb. The character Reptile, he has a chameleon effect.
It's really just Reptar from Rugrats. They just
he just has a suit on, man.
so he's a chameleon instead of.
So in the games, Reptile, he can turn commonly, and by the time of the games that came out at that point, Reptile could turn invisible. They gave him a chameleon effect, so he could just blend into the fucking background, and which is dumb. And he's also not humanoid like he is in the games. He's just like a reptile creature. And also, for some reason, he is a statue later in the fucking movie. Like he's a reptile, and like Liu Kang like hits him into the statue. Then the statue sucks him in, and then he becomes humanoid.
Like carbonite, like Han Solo. Just
It's like he like possessed the statue and became human. Made no sense. It's nowhere in the games. They just said, fuck it, whatever flies.
well, isn't the story in the game like you just fight?
There actually is lore in the games up until that point, which was Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. There's a tournament. It's Earthrealm, which is like the humans and shit, versus Outworld. That's like Shang Tsung, Scorpion,
Reptile.
Baraka, Reptile. Yeah, they're the bad guys. And, you know, basically, Outworld has already won 9 Mortal Kombat tournaments. So with a 10th win, which is about to happen, this is the tournament in the movie. If Outworld fucking wins, then they get to invade Earth. Invade, like, Earthrealm. So it's like, oh, we got to win, guys. It's the last one. You didn't get to see the other ones because plot. But that's just the plot from the game. So it does carry over. This actually does a good job of having mostly the correct game plot. I'll say at least. Better than some other movies, like Mario Brothers.
Jesus.
So Shang Tsung, he's like the big bad. He's like the sorcerer guy who could like steal people's souls. Okay, so Liu Kang, he's like your typical kung fu man, but he's also the protagonist. He's a cool guy. He wins a fight, right? And
He beats up Stevie Wonder, so everyone's like, "That's cold, dog."
hey, there is a blind character in some of the later games named Kenshi. Kenshi. He has a blindfold on.
The one that I played the most growing up was Armageddon.
Armageddon was a cool ass game.
I just remember with Sub-Zero, you could take your sword and just jam it into somebody, and it would stay there, and you just lose health continuously.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
brutal
those games
for the
were
PlayStation 2.
badass.
My cousins and I played the
I had it on the
absolute shit out of
Wii,
it. On the Wii?
but it wasn't censored. No, they were cool with it.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that, but I was like, you get to actually just like...
Yeah, I know. Like you actually
No.
perform the final move.
I forget if they had motion controls, but I always plugged in a GameCube controller because I always want the fucking.
I played X was the one that came out in last gen, right?
Yes.
That was a fun one. I like playing his
Yes.
Jason, even though he sucked because he was so slow.
That's funny. Yeah, they make a lot of them slow.
I always sucked at those Mortal Kombat games,
Well,
guys.
They're hard.
It's not about fighting. It's
They're
just
hard.
about like min-maxing.
Min-maxing, explain.
Like you just get it's just combos, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I like UFC games so much because you could legit just land a cheap shot and knock a dude
All
out.
right, that's not true. You're thinking of more fighting game community in general. Mortal Kombat has some combos, but it's more about using your like special moves really good.
See, it's not about. It's just about.
It's not about combos. It's about combos, is what you just said.
Special moves and combos aren't the same. All right, is this a fighting game lesson?
Whoa.
Combo
okay,
is
go into it
A
now.
combo is a string of attacks. So Mortal Kombat, there's attack strings. So low punch, high kick. It'll be a 3-hit combo. Special move would be like a fireball or like a flying kick.
So when you say combo, and now I'm glad you clarified, I was thinking combination of buttons that you press to get the fucking thing.
Nope.
Okay.
It's just about spamming.
Yeah.
It can be. Hey, if you're
That's all
you're fighting a shitter, you can do low fireball, high fireball.
Okay.
You know?
So
What was it? We had one on your PlayStation 3 that was like from like it was an older one.
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
No. It was Mortal Kombat. It was like the first one.
It was probably Mortal Kombat. Oh, the old one?
Yeah, because I remember you and I would just sit there and play patty cake.
Yeah, because in the old Mortal Kombat, you had the punch combo where like he would infinitely go like this.
But we would space it just perfectly so like our fists would meet. So you wouldn't like the hitbox wouldn't actually trigger. So you wouldn't do any damage.
So you guys would just be fucking fist
So it
bumping
would
the
look
whole
like
time. Like
patty
patty
cake.
cake. Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god.
and we
it's
would
so
we would
funny.
like be fighting and then we would both say patty cake.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
So we got our fun out of the violent game by playing patty cake.
It was free, so I mean,
Yeah, it was chill. It was a fun game. They say that Shang Tsung the sorcerer learned his sorcery from the Emperor Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn's not he's not a sorcerer. They just made that shit up. No, he's not. Fuck them. Sorry, I have to get a little mad as a Mortal Kombat fan. I'm a big fan of those games. Oh yeah, so Liu Kang wins a fight. Then for some reason Shang Tsung walks in, steals the guy who got beat, steals his soul, then calls fatality on himself. Liu Kang fucking wins the fight. So then Shang Tsung steals the other guy's soul and says fatality. That's not fucking right at all.
What?
I have to look back in the rule book. That doesn't seem fair.
Because in Mortal Kombat, you beat the guy, he goes, ugh, It says
In
finish
all
him.
fairness, if he does steal the soul, he is the person, and he does decide the fatality. He does decide that.
You have to win the fight to get a fatality. Like, what was hard for the movie people to understand?
Yeah. I don't understand that, to be quite honest. It kind of blows my mind. I'm a little perplexed right now, but at the same time, I am kind of glad there was a fatality at the end of it. What did he do for that move?
It was a lame fatality.
Boo.
Well, to be fair, the soul steal is a fatality in Mortal Kombat, although it's one of the poopier ones, but it looks so lame in the movie. There's basically no gore in this movie, which it was good, but like...
That's like anti-Mortal Kombat.
Exactly. He just like goes whoosh, and you see the soul fly out of the guy. That's
Now,
kind of it.
Can I ask, did the new one get that right?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
the new one didn't pull any fucking bunches. Guys getting their fucking arms ripped off, their fucking heads chopped off, split in half.
Yes.
They don't fuck around. The new one, it's good. It's good.
We're going to have to watch it.
I'd be down.
I heard it's like a based on what my students said, and I think even Lonnie also had watched it, and he's like, it's one of those movies you just put on, and you just shut your brain off for a little bit, and you just enjoy
mindless
some
violence.
fucking craziness.
The story is really competent, and it's mostly accurate. I'd say yeah, because that's like what Mortal Kombat is. You just want to see people fight and kill each other. Like, that's it. They fight and kill each other, and that's what you want from Mortal Kombat.
Of course.
So what else you got for Mortal Kombat?
All right. So the first fight is against just some random fucking guy, and instead of they could have
Jerry from accounting just
well, yeah, they could have chosen all the other people from the roster, but they put this random guy in. Okay, so it's like, okay, that's weird. And he's the guy that Shao Kahn steals the fake fatality off of. So when Scorpion shows up, he's the guy with the spear. Everybody knows fucking Scorpion. He throws the spear, says, "Get over here." Whoosh. Tell me why the spear, he opens his hand, and a fucking sentient demon mouth spear comes out of his hand, and whoosh, and it's like heat seeking, like it has its own mind, and it like curves around trees.
I remember seeing that scene.
Which, like, okay, Scorpion's like a demon, so it can work, but it was still kind of jarring. Like, hey, bro, I thought you just had a spear. Like, what the fuck is this?
It sounds, from what I'm hearing, that they a lot of the FX went into like souls as opposed to chopping people's fucking arms off.
Yeah, and the effects in one were way better than two. I'll tell you that, okay? Because two shit the bed. And right now I'm doing like a duel in one section 1 and 2 right now. So I'm gonna give you guys the rundown on
a little mix. I love it
because you gotta go through both of them.
I think this is something that's great because in the video game world they do tend to make, like you even said with the fucking Mario one, they set it up for a sequel, bro. They're always setting it up for sequels,
even if it's really bad. So going forward, Liu Kang fights Sub-Zero, right? And Katana tells him earlier, to beat him, you have to use the elements that brings life. So tell me why Liu Kang throws a fucking bucket of water at the Ice Power Man. And it works. It kills him. The water turns into an icicle and kills Sub-Zero.
He goes, "It's Flint, Michigan water. I can't take it."
It just didn't make sense. And in the games, Liu Kang uses fucking fireballs. So I thought, he's just going to use fire against the Iceman. That would make too much sense, though. So that didn't happen. It was completely dumb.
That's so funny that you brought up the Flint, Michigan water. This tap water is messing with my system.
Look, I don't want to get into the Flint rabbit hole, okay? We've been down it a few times.
We fucking talked about it in my sports inaccuracy episode. When I was re-listening to it, I was like, oh my God, we brought up Flint, Michigan.
Mortal Kombat got a good movie before Flint, Michigan got clean water.
God damn.
Sorry.
We got a pro stream set up before they got clean water. What's
Yeah.
going on down there? Y'all need to fix the water. People are trying to have good water down there.
Fucking all those people on Joe Rogan are trying to, Justin Wren, fucking gonna build wells for pygmies in the Congo. Why not fucking fix Flint, Michigan, bud? All right, fix our nation.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So moving forward, Goro, he's the guy with 4 arms from the first game. He's this big Outworld guy. He gets a flawless victory because in the games, if you fight somebody and beat him without you losing any health, the announcer will call out flawless victory, and it's really badass. Goro gets a flawless victory announced, but it wasn't a flawless victory. The other fighter kicked him, and he stumbled. So it was literally not a flawless victory.
This just sounds like NFL refs.
That does not count.
Yeah, well, dude, yeah, it really fucking doesn't. Okay, if you play the games, I don't know.
It doesn't seem to see. Those are the little things that must piss you the fuck off. They piss me off.
Yes.
Where it's just like, dude, just have him whoop on somebody's punk ass.
And the new Mortal Kombat does a proper flawless victory, which I was very happy about. So yeah, that was piss off. Okay, what else we got here? Shang Tsung, the sorcerer, he summons dead warriors, which in the games that far he can shapeshift into other people, not summon dead warriors at that point in time. So it was like, okay, he just does this now. Fuck it, I guess. There was another fake flawless victory. Liu Kang beats Shang Tsung, but it was a long-winded fight, and they both got hit. Yet when Liu Kang won, he declared flawless victory on himself. It's not a fucking flawless victory, goddammit. So that was the second time it happened. I came down. Sorry, guys.
Just don't let me go there again.
Okay. And when Liu Kang beats Shang Tsung, this is the only time a fatality really kind of happens. Liu Kang kicks him onto these spikes, and he goes through one big spike. Shang Tsung does. It was the only kind of gory thing that happened, but barely even so. It was very lukewarm, very milquetoast. That's the word I'm looking for. Actually.
Yes.
Toast.
And they don't even call fatality. He calls the false flawless victory. So it's dude, you drop the ball at every fucking category. And
somebody told the director, all right, if they win, it's a flawless victory, and if they die, it's a fatality. I guess I don't even know. Fuck it.
Well,
All right,
it's fatal when you die, so I would say that it's a fatality.
It's bad fan service. We want to put it there, but we don't know how it works.
Yeah, I mean, it's like teachers teaching math. It's this is the way it's done. I mean, you can get there many different ways, but this one might work, It's just a guess. That's wow. I'm very glad that you chose that movie, because I do remember the Watch Mojo just being like, what the these guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah. And the last thing wrong with this movie is that Raiden, he's the thunder god, but he didn't really help at all. They say oh, I'm an elder god. I'm a thunder god, so I'm not supposed to fight in the tournament, but he fights in all the fucking games. So he just shows up and says oh, Liu Kang, you should do this, and so that was bullshit. The production is very short because this movie was a success. I just got the numbers for you. The budget was $18 million.
Dang, that's it?
Yes, and worldwide it made $120 million.
Damn, over $100 million in profit.
Yes, sir.
$102 million in profit?
Big fat money. So this movie, and it was a good movie. I'd give this at least a 4. Honestly, the character arcs ended up being good. The story was mostly correct, and most of the fight choreography was also pretty good. So overall, good. Now we're gonna talk about the rushed ass sequel real quick, okay? Just part of this little subsection here. I'm gonna try to just fly through these little gripes and inaccuracies. Oh yeah, and it came out in 1997, just 2 years after.
Oh, so they went fast.
Yes,
they said, "Oh, guys, hey, we made $102 million. Let's fucking remake this."
Exactly that, right? First thing, the fight choreography is really fucked up in this movie. There was 54 flips in this movie. In fight choreography where they're just fucking put a bunch of flips in there? That was this movie. 54 flips. Somebody counted them. Okay.
It was Watch Mojo.
Some of the green screen, you could see the edges of green screen on people in different parts of this movie.
Just did bad camera mapping?
Yeah.
Or character mapping?
So in the movie, there's this army of knights. It's the Outworld army, Shao Kahn, and Shao Kahn's the new big bad after they fuck up Shang Tsung. He's the general of the bad guy army. They show this army of knights and ninjas so many times, hundreds of people, but then they never fight anybody. They just disappear. Nothing happens with the fucking army. So it's kind of like a plot drop. It's what the fuck was that?
Okay, guys. All right. So you see here, this new studio just came out with this new effect, right? So we're going to take one person. We're going to make that person 200 people. We're going to make it look like an army, but then we're not going to have them fight anybody. We're going to build that suspense. We technically don't know how to make this visual effect fight each other. We just know how to recreate it at this
And
point.
well, no,
in
they
time.
were all extras. It wasn't even VFX. These were just actors.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And then you look at like the Lord of the Rings, where they got
What?
CG like legit fights.
I thought you were talking like some Oompa Loompa type shit. Because you know in the Willy Wonka, right, in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it's one Oompa Loompa. Like
Really?
10,000 times. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
it
That's
was
what I
like-
thought.
Okay,
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
just
I
one
thought.
guy.
That's what I thought.
that
like,
makes
when,
sense because they all look exactly the same.
I got that these armies were just like
Are you
all
saying
like the same guy.
little Indian people all look alike?
They were painted orange. They were trumped out, bro. Okay.
Honestly,
one guy.
at first I thought the same thing. But okay, so in this movie, 1997, I guess this visual effect wasn't figured out yet.
Yeah, they just
Said fucking hired 300 extras.
and they didn't use them in a fight, so it was really dumb. So this Native American character named Nightwolf, he's in the games. He comes to Liu Kang, and it's kind of like racist because he has him do a vision quest. Nightwolf makes Liu Kang do a vision quest to unlock like a secret power. Like he knocks him out, and he's like, "You have to go through 3 trials." But then there wasn't even 3 trials, so it was also bad plot. Yeah, dude, this movie was fucking
no.
pieced together with fucking staples.
Oh no!
There's a character named Shiva.
Here, smoke this.
Just smoke it. The movie will test it good in audiences if you just smoke the fucking bowl. Okay.
Take your own vision quest. Take your own vision quest, partner.
So there's a character named Shiva. She has 4 arms. She's related to that Goro fucker. Okay, she's the same race. They literally ran out of money to animate her arms because they were CG. They weren't practical.
They put like pool noodles on her shit.
So before she even fought anybody, they just had her get crushed by a falling platform.
They said we don't have the budget for you. You're gonna die. We're
Yeah.
sorry. We don't have the budget for you. I thought it would have been better if they would have like strapped some PVC pipe or like pool noodles to her shit. All right, just kind of wiggle so it looks like they're all swinging.
Wacky inflatable arm flailing too, man.
So guys, I just want to interject here because I think this is just a funny little side thing I just thought of. Wouldn't it just suck, right? You get hired to play in a movie and you're just like, oh wow, I haven't seen the script yet. I'm pretty excited. You know, they're still working on it. And then you get handed the script and it's like, all right, page 2. You get crushed by a falling fucking platform and you're just like, so how many days do you guys need me to shoot? Oh yeah, we're only going to need you today. Like, you think this is going to like pay your rent for the next month and you're actually just hired for fucking 2 hours?
You get like $50 and they're like, hey, thanks for everything. Tickets, we'll give you discounted tickets for the premiere.
You don't even get free.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll give you 20% off.
I heard a Cinemark is doing something like a deal or something. Well, I think I know somebody. If not, I'll text you.
You might be in the credits. We have to see if we have the budget for that. We don't know. We don't know yet, but you might be in there.
Okay.
So totally embarrassing fact. This is just speculated. Like production people came out and said, yeah, we literally ran out of money to animate her, so we killed her.
Bro, that's a power move. Like, could you imagine? Like, you write this movie, and like you have this character. Like, yeah, this character's probably gonna go in a good 45 to 50 minutes of the film, and then you're like, George, what's our budget again? Oh, we lost 30,000 of our budget.
We can afford 2 arms. We could only afford the 2 arms that you have on your body.
We could say it was a freak accident and she got him cut off. How about we just
But
or we could just kill her.
tell me why they definitely thought of that. Like, okay, guys, can we make her work with 2 arms? And they're just like, no, fucking kill that bitch.
Just make the audience forget.
They're like, okay, we could do that, or we could go to Cece's tonight and we could just kill her off early and keep the money. And go to Cece's.
Unlimited
those
Biza?
cinnamon buns.
Unlimited Biza? All right, buddy.
Hey man, all I'm saying is y'all got a movie y'all want to direct, or you want me to direct? I can make some budget ass decisions for you.
That's what we're here for. Next X Productions. Okay, continue.
All right. So at one point, Outworld is merging with Earthrealm. Like it's kind of like what happened to Mario. Like the worlds are like merging, banging the. I made that joke before. Can't do it again. Action figures in the tub. I have 3 cool phrases. Remember, but they're merging together, and it's like, oh, the world is being corrupted. So they show these like corrupted landmarks, like Paris, the Eiffel Tower, and skyscrapers and shit. When the plot is solved, it turns back and it shows like, oh, the Earth is like regular and healed. They just show like obvious stock footage of landmarks, like the Golden Gate Bridge and the Eiffel Tower. It's obvious stock footage, so it looks very lazy. What What else? I just wrote poopy effects. Ooh, terrible effects. But in production, you're gonna find out some fucked up shit about it. Every impact shot, like a guy gets thrown through glass, they always cut away the impact shot so they don't have to do the effect. It's so terrible. The character Baraka, who's like one of my favorites, he looks like shit. He looks like he has like a bad like pig mask on. You know, really terrible. Mataro, he's a guy who has horns and some CG horse legs. He stayed a little longer though, but he looked like shit. That was my note there. Jax is a character he's a black guy. He's got robot arms. They didn't know what dialogue to write for this guy, so like he just like would take a guy out and be like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Take that, sucker." And it was kind of racist. Like they're like, "Oh, just have him have street insults."
Street insults.
So that was
Hey, Reggie, hey, come in the writer's room for a second. Hey, bud. Hey, you knock somebody out on the basketball court, what would you say? Oh. Take that, sucker.
You want some more?
Hey, man.
How would you say take that, sucker? No. Take that, sucker.
George, you've been to Compton. You drove through Compton once, right? So what's it like on the streets?
Take that, sucker.
Oh. Like the action figure would have that one phrase, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, yes.
So that's just hilarious. The two female fighters are fighting in one scene. Sonya, she's an American police officer, and Katana, she's from Outworld, but she's like a 10,000-year-old princess, but she's still young and looks hot. Okay, chill out. They're fighting in the mud, and it's like an obvious two chicks in skimpy outfits are fighting in the mud. Like, so definitely like misogynistic in like the cringiest way. It's like, we know why you put this in the fucking movie, guys. Nobody wants to see the chicks fight, so you cover them in mud. So, you know, you remember like Maury, where like they'd have like the people like fight in mud and stuff. What a weird fucking show, by the way. Raiden is almost absent as like a character in this movie. Oh yeah, and they recast him, by the way, but we'll talk about that in production. He's like the Thunder God who's supposed to be like leading everybody. Literally every shot of him, he just shows up and says like a motivational line to everybody. He never does shit. And I wrote down a few of these. If you work together, you can be mighty. Each of us must help support each other. Never give up hope. Faith in yourself is all you need. Like every shot of him, it's him and he says one of those and just like teleports and like fucks off.
All right, you want to know how they came up with that one? So they had Reggie for those lines, or the lines before, and then for this one they said, okay, all right, guys, so first production meeting and everything. I know seems like a little outlandish here, but any fortune cookie that you guys get, all right, and you guys crack open, I'm going to need you to save those fortunes because and then put them in the mailroom for the writers, all right? And then us writers, we're going to collect them. And we appreciate it, okay? We need some new content. And so can you go over a couple of those fortune cookies again? Because these are fortune cookie lines.
These are like the bad fortune cookie lines that piss me off because they're not fortunes. They're just like random bullshit. But
right.
If you work together, you can be mighty. Faith in yourself is all you need.
I feel like knowledge is power and knowing is half the battle.
Lucky numbers. 7, 42, 19, 22.
Yeah, what was with the numbers? I'm always like, bro, I don't gamble or play Keno. What the fuck? Why do we have numbers on the fortunes?
That's, God damn it. Okay.
They're running an operation, Christian. They gotta.
And wait, and who needs like 8 2-digit numbers for the day as a lucky number? That's so fucking stupid, by the way.
All the bookies do.
God. Yeah, no, literally, it's meant for like because Asians like to gamble. I would assume they're just pandering. Like
that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Go play Keno.
All right, I'll give you that one. The fortune cookie plot is okay. All right. Okay, so the last fight, Liu Kang, the ability he learned from the racist Vision Quest from Nightwolf is to turn into a creature, an animality, which is a thing from the game. He turns into what I called the world's shittiest CGI dragon. And it's not even like a proper dragon like he is in the video games. He's supposed to be like a Chinese dragon, like the long and lanky ones. It looks kind of like a shitty medieval dragon. So it looks really terrible graphics. Shao Kahn, the big bad, he's like this, like he has like a skull mask. He's like buff and he's like the leader of the fucking army, like the general. He also I said anamorphs. He fucking anamorphs into a dragon himself.
Anamorphs. I heard that term in like 3 decades, dude.
Because that's and it's terrifying. Because Shao Kahn, when he anamorphs, his head goes like this, like it stretches, and it's really fucking creepy. He turns into a Hydra dragon. He doesn't do that in any of the games. He doesn't turn into a Hydra style dragon, and especially not up until that point. There's like 80 of those games, okay? But as of that point in time, he didn't fucking do that. They just made that shit up. Oh, and I said it looked hellish because that's what it looked like. So they have their shitty CG dragon fight. They fall off this like temple. There's an impact. Then it hard cuts to them just as humans, like getting up and like dusting themselves off. Like that's how they handle the transition back.
Oh my god, bro! What?
So, and when I tell you production, you'll get a little bit more context on like what fucked up this movie. My last problem is Shao Kahn in the games. He has a warhammer. He has like a fucking mallet in like one scene, and he doesn't even fight with it in this. So it's like his most badass thing. It's like a skull fucking helmet, and then he doesn't even use that shit. And mistake, the character Rain, he's like a purple ninja. He dies in 2 different shots for some reason. They had a goof where they show him dying in 2 different shots of the movie.
Oh my god!
So, yep.
The first one didn't count.
I guess one of them fucking didn't.
Jesus.
And one of them was supposed to be a shot like for another character getting like kicked off something and going into a fire. That like the blurry like passing shot, they accidentally put the wrong character in again. So that was the wrong shot, basically.
Dang, they ain't doing the editing job.
So they fucked up, man.
They said, guys, we made $108 million on the first one. Yeah. Fucking speed through this one, okay? I don't give a fuck. People love this shit. So I'm excited to hear this production side here.
We are at the production, okay? $30 million budget, which is technically more than the first one. It was like 20 or something, right? It barely scraped by. It made $51 million. So it was positive, but
Just barely.
it just scraped by, okay? Let me give you the fucking deets on what happened here. The version that released was a rough edit. There was supposed to be a second pass of visual effects, post-production, and editing, but the movie was apparently doing so well with test audiences that they just said, fuck it, send it. We won't even do the shit we're supposed to do. That's why the CG, the green screen edges, it's because they just said, fuck it. And they wanted to strike while the iron is hot because Midway Games was promoting Street Fighter 4 at the time. So they're like, we got to churn this bitch out. So Larry Kasanoff, he used to collaborate with James Cameron back in the day, but then he made his own studio to produce Mortal Kombat related media. He wanted to strike while the iron was hot after the first movie came out, and he fast-tracked a sequel to it, right? But, however, he's not the original director. The original director for the first movie, which is actually kind of good, he didn't even come back. So what they did, they promoted the director of photography from the first movie to position of director. Okay. He's the guy that's supposed to find the most interesting shots for the movie. That's all he is. But they just said, fuck it, we'll make that guy the director.
Okay. That's like, I guess, in the movie world, I guess that would make more sense than what I'm thinking right now, because
hire
like
a homeless person.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're gonna have somebody pick the best shot, shouldn't that fucking person be the director already? I don't know. It seems like you're kind of just trimming the fat.
Well, I'll get into some more of the personnel and how they fucked up, and you'll see how it's like a fucking goblet of
homeless
like,
people
fucked
are
up shit.
Probably in the fucking plot here. So let's go.
Hey, half the fighters look like those crackheads outside of 7-Eleven, right? Baraka, he's got the big teeth and the fucking knife arms.
I saw somebody outside of 7-Eleven with 4 arms. They should have hired that person. They wouldn't have to kill him in the second scene.
Drinking that Flint water, getting mutations.
No, that's just the
found him
7-Eleven
around-
hot dogs, dude.
He lived around Chernobyl, all right? He was born around that era, so...
Then he went to Fukushima and it just got doubled.
Oh, my God, can you imagine? Okay, oh, my gosh, finally safe. Chernobyl. Got a new home here in Fukushima, guys, and then fucking a week later.
Gosh, yeah, just got shitting all over you, basically.
Now he lives in Flint.
So they made this guy the fucking director.
Yeah, so it was kind of, it was a whatever decision. However, the writer didn't return either. Okay. So this guy, Larry Kasanoff, who made the media company and like fast-tracked this whole sequel, he mostly just promoted the remaining crew from the first movie into higher positions. So what he did with the director, he did with almost every other position. You know, so like you did this, let's give you something with more responsibility that you might not know how to do. He did that with a bunch of fucking people for this movie. All right. They were way in over their head.
Sounds like it.
The only characters that had the same actors were Liu Kang and Katana. Everybody else was recast.
But same characters.
Yeah, but same characters. So it was really fucky. Okay, so everybody's like, bro, these
Wait.
aren't even the same characters.
So you're telling me the guy with stomach cancer didn't come back from the dead?
Oh my god. From the
No,
Street Fighter
George.
movie.
He came back?
Yeah, from the Street Fighter film.
Yeah, because, like, they should have done something, a little hologram, since Street Fighter was just coming out. Like, it would have been a nice little send-off.
But why would he be in the Mortal Kombat movie?
They would make him some fucking character. I don't know. It didn't sound like these people
People-
were too fucking bright. I'm trying to pander here.
Look.
They just go. We got Ryu in this too.
I feel like a lot of people, because those games were popular at the same time, and the movies were right next to each other, 94, 95. I'm sure a bunch of people thought like, oh, bro, when are they doing Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, bro? I'm sure a lot of people thought that. You know what I mean?
Definitely a little crossover.
So to be fair to your sentiments, only 2 people weren't recast. They needed the movie out fast to promote the new video game, which that video game ended up not being good. So it was like, who the fuck cares? The creator of the games, one of the co-creator, Ed Boon, he came out talking about this movie saying, yeah, this was the worst point in all of Mortal Kombat as an intellectual property. Worst thing that fucking happened. And like, if you watch the movie, you could probably agree. So Kasanoff and his company, this is the guy who made this terrible sequel happen. He tried to sue Midway, who made the video games, trying to claim, yeah, I took your generic characters and made them into more significant intellectual properties. Like, they were just generic characters until I made them into what they were. So he tried to sue the fucking creators of the game that he based the movies off of. So that's a real head scratcher, honestly. But obviously it failed. It didn't go through. Like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Like, it didn't work in court. But fun fact, Kasanoff, who ruined this fucking movie, is somehow an executive producer on the Mortal Kombat movie that just came out.
Get the fuck out of here.
Small world.
All these years later. I don't know how he finagled his fucking way into there, but he is. Maybe
Good
they
for
wanted-
him.
I guess good for him. It was a good movie. I don't know what to say. The new one was good, but definitely a weird happenstance. That's all I got for Mortal Kombat 2 movie.
So what else
Annihilation.
you got then?
All right, we got one more, and this is a movie I had not seen, and I've actually movie marathoned yesterday. I watched Super Mario Brothers 1, Mortal Kombat movie, and this movie, which was the Doom movie from 2005. Okay, and it looked really bad. And I just didn't want to watch it, but I pushed through. Okay, so we'll get into the Doom movie. Came out in 2005.
The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock is in it for some reason. We'll get into that shit though. So, inaccuracies. 1, the main character who you play as in the games isn't in this movie at all. They just call him Doom Guy because he's like has armor. He's a space marine. He fights fucking demons. He is not in this game in movie in any way, shape, or form. The movie plays out like a horror movie, and the first 45 minutes of the movie is just guys with guns flashing around like flashlights and nothing happening. And occasionally they get scared and like shoot at like the vent or something. I looked at the time. It was 45 fucking minutes of this. Okay.
Wow.
So like they really Doom games are supposed to be about action. However, this movie was made after the release of the game Doom 3, which is known as the worst Doom game because they tried to make it like a horror game. So it makes sense, but they also chose the shittiest game to make it off of. So that's also their fault. So fuck them. Then right when let's call it a demon. Right when a demon was actually coming, after all this flashing around, the one guy's flashlight suddenly just went out.
Oh my god.
Didn't bring spare batteries.
It just went out. It was the dumbest shit ever. Terrible horror movie trope. So
Did they? Okay, so was it like a military-esque
Yeah.
detailing? I can imagine like the sergeant's like, God damn it, like friggin' Randy, Sergeant Randy.
And The Rock plays like the sergeant of the squad, basically.
Oh my
course he
God,
does, 'cause
is
he's
The
The Rock.
Rock yelling at people like, where's the fucking batteries at?
His character's name is Sarge, actually. So it's like they just said, oh, he's a military guy. He's Sarge.
We need a 9-volt Sarge.
So yeah, it was a lot of that. So it was dumb. The demons that show up aren't even the demons from the games. They just made like their own demons. So it's like, why are you using the source material if you're not going to actually use the fucking like proper monsters? Whatever though. All right. That's a minuscule in the large pool of gripes. And the demons launch their tongues out at people for some fucking reason. They just made that shit up on their own. That's not the games. They just said, oh, what if they shoot their tongue out at you to try
What if
to...
the monsters ate ass?
Oh, can you eat pussy like that? Basically, being looking at the fucking demon. In one scene, right when a demon appears, the guy's gun jams. Okay, and here's why it's really stupid. It's in like 2036, and they all have futuristic fucking guns. Futuristic assault rifle pops 3 rounds. Oh shit! Oh, it's jammed. Come on, just like the flashlight thing. That's so stupid. Okay, and this is an accuracy. This is just a gripe with the movie. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing some bitching. Next, all right. One character pins a demon against a wall while fighting it against an electric wall with a metal pipe, right? But the electricity doesn't get conducted back into the person. It's like it didn't make any sense. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it should conduct. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it was just like bad
Should have
logic.
fried that motherfucker.
Exactly. This guy's taking a shit at one point in a stall, and he drops a magazine. Because he hears something. He thinks he hears a demon, and he drops his magazine while reloading while he's in the stall taking a dump. So, but here's the problem: he drops it straight down, but then it shows the mag slide 2 stalls over.
Oh my God.
Not to the next stall. That might make sense. No, 2 whole stalls over, so he has to crawl under. It was just like you're making dumb like horror things happen. It was so stupid. For some reason, okay. When the demons kill certain people, it turns those people into demons, and they like mutate eventually. Which that's not correct, and I think it's kind of a dumb plot point. It's almost like zombies, almost. So it's like, why is this like a demon thing? Like why are you even doing that? So, and then to get into it further, it turns out they're not even demons from hell. Like that's what Doom is all about. That's not even what's happening. The space station is on Mars, and I guess they just dug up like a super virus from like a dead like race of people, because they thought they're like, oh, they were bioengineering a 24th chromosome, and so they dug them up, and it was just like this super virus, whatever the fuck thing, turns the people into the creatures. So they're not even demons from fucking hell.
They were just on Boulder Highway
Yeah,
after 8 p.m.
These are the crackheads you were talking about earlier.
Hey, dude, oh man, some of those. All right, crackheads. Some of them don't have limbs. They got fucking scabs on their head. I don't want to make fun of the homeless though. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Even though I just did. So it's dumb. Why is it Doom? Why is it demons? You could have just said this was a zombie or a fucking alien movie.
Yeah, it sounds like it, bro. It doesn't. And I mean, like, I've not really played much any Doom games, right? But I know the fucking premise, and you're missing the point here.
So my question is, why was this a Doom movie? You know what I mean?
Absolutely makes no sense.
So The Rock, he turns out to be kind of a shithead character. He ordered, when they found out about the virus, he ordered everybody to be killed in the facility. And he said, yeah, just kill everybody indiscriminately, even though it turns out not everybody was able to be infected. Okay. So, of course, one guy rolls up on a room full of women and children.
Oh, my God.
And he's the rookie. This is his first mission. Who knows why he's on the squad? They're like the rapid response, like epic team. So Sarge, the Rock, ends up killing him for not killing the civilians. Kills this like basically kid, right? And that's when he becomes the real antagonist. So in the end, The Rock's character is the antagonist and not even the fucking demons, which aren't even demons.
It's
by the way.
about the monster inside of us.
Yeah, it was like, we are the demons. We are the demons, which I'm like, oh, don't pull that shit on me. I just wanted to watch a Doom movie, motherfuckers. So it was dumb. In the games, there's a gun called the BFG, which stands for
Big fucking gun.
Big fucking gun. It does not, it doesn't work properly like it does in the games. In the games, it shoots out like a flash of green light, and it kind of like chains enemies in a certain area and kills them. So like in a huge, like if I shot into this room, it would like kill everything in this room for sure, right? It's like some sort of like green
It
electricity.
hits like one of us and it spreads type thing.
Yeah, kind of like that. Very similar. But for some reason, it just like will disintegrate. It like kind of like melts like a big section. So like if you shoot it in like to the wall, it'll just like make a giant hole that's like melted. It's kind of lame. So 1, it doesn't work. 2, Sarge has the BFG, gets in a fight with one of the other soldiers who like fights him back because he's a shithead. It turns out he's evil, and he dodges a shot from the BFG at like point blank.
He's just built different. Dude.
Which
Nike. Like, can you imagine? They just cut to like a Nike commercial. They're just like, all right, we need something to pay for this movie. And it's like, all right. And he's wearing Nike sneakers as he's fucking diving across the
the
screen.
fucking Reeboks from the Mario movie.
Just do it.
So it's like, gosh, what a fantastic like failure of logic that they put in this movie. That's all the problems I had with this movie. I liked it more than I thought I would, but then like it has this really tacky first-person shooter sequence.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
Super tacky. All the demons like become like slow, like it's a pop-up shooter, and like they're not suddenly like not threatening. And like movies now have done it well, like Hardcore Henry and shit, but this movie did not. It looked like shit. It looked stiff. Didn't look good. It's like, thanks for reminding me it's a Doom movie and it's bad. Like, so
double down on it.
That's all the inaccuracies. The production had $70 million budget, only reeled in about $60 million.
Dang, they lost 10,000.
I think we learned a valuable lesson today in movie production, like costs, because at the end of the day, so there's a couple of things, right? I think you're going to hit big on movies if you release them at the right time. Like,
Yes.
I think one of the movies that you said it was like supposed to release around Christmas, that was the one that ended
Street
up
Fighter.
It ended up grossing the most out of any movie that you said, right?
It hit hard, yeah.
But you're spending $70 million on a movie and shit isn't happening for the first 45 minutes. I mean, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, Mortal Kombat
You're paying The
2
Rock-
came out during Thanksgiving for some reason.
You're paying The Rock $50 million, or like, I don't know. Like, I understand
He wasn't
he's
that big then. He was,
I know he wasn't that big. I just don't get where this budget money was going based on what you're telling me.
I mean, it had a lot of special effects and a lot of like practical effects, I feel.
Yes. The effects I thought were actually good. They did the thing where they used darkness to hide kind of subpar effects. This was 2005, okay?
Gotcha.
Some Xbox looking type shit. But the demons actually looked good the way they were presented, except that shitty FPS sequence. But that's another story. So the effects weren't too bad. It's probably mostly that and paying The Rock.
But he wasn't even like, I feel like
He was actually, yeah, you're right. He was transitioning kind of from being
there
wrestler
was the
guy to being an
guy from the
actor.
Lord of the Rings in that movie. I feel like he probably at the time was getting paid more than The Rock.
Do you know what character he was? Because I don't
No,
remember.
I just know he was one of the dudes on the squad.
Okay.
And then he was in Lord of the Rings.
Could have been, yeah, timeline
He's
wise.
that guy in The Boys, like the guy with the sunglasses.
I haven't really seen the boys.
Okay, never mind. But yeah, I feel like at that point, because I was like peak Lord of the Rings time, I feel like he's probably getting paid more than The Rock at that point.
For sure. So it was obviously a box office and critical failure. It was not liked. The planning for this movie, the idea began in the mid-90s when the first 2 Doom games were like giga popular, but it kind of was in a production hell because the rights to the property of the movie changed multiple times. Like companies were passing this shit around like a piece of poop. Okay? Monkeys throwing around a pile of shit. And but it was because they passed around because like there was a lot of bad scripts and sometimes lack of budget. You know what I mean? Arnold Schwarzenegger almost signed onto this movie.
Of course he did.
But
Of course.
denied, I guess. Vin Diesel also denied an offer to be in this movie. the this is gonna be like the 9/11 thing earlier. Okay, it's gonna be weird. The Columbine shooting also stalled versions of this script from being approved because
It was right around the same time.
I feel like it's probably that scene with the kids. They might have actually had him shoot those.
I didn't even think about that. You're probably fucking right.
Yeah,
dude.
That's
pretty
probably why
spot
they
on.
were like, "What if we just make The Rock a bad guy, like in wrestling?"
And off screen, Sarge did kill those kids. He said, "I took care of the problem." So he killed them, but they didn't like show it. He gunned down all those, you know.
Jeez, wow. Okay, no, very interesting to know that it
So, and Doom, like Mortal Kombat, was like caught up in the '90s like mass shooting controversies. Like, oh,
this is what caused it.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Columbine kids they did make a Doom level based on their school, which is like it's it's a fun but like not really fun fact. So but
Fun fact.
But I don't blame video games. Obviously, like we're not that type of people. The original director for this movie dropped out last second, so they had to scramble to find a new director. The budget got docked at one point. It used to be more than it was. So what they had to do was cut out a lot of the monsters that were going to be in the movie, including ones that were actually in the game, like the Caco Demon. It's this big like meatball with teeth-looking motherfucker, and the Archivile. He like summons like fire and like summons demons, which like it was disappointing that I found out that they took them out of the movie because playing the Doom games, those were ones that I actually remembered, not these fuckers that these whatever the fuck things they put in the movie. And when it came out, people said it's kind of an Aliens ripoff because the shit I told you about earlier.
Yep.
Yep, I could see that.
And that's the last thing. So, what are the thoughts?
Chris, first round of applause.
Yeah, round of applause. I don't really have any thoughts on the movies because Chris was so
No,
concise
literally.
and precise with it. I just want to say, dude, once again, Austin and George fucking amateur hour over here, and then Christian comes in and he's just like, yes.
Lay the foundation.
He's like, I laid out a 55-page PowerPoint.
I was worried
You watched
about
the movies, which is key.
Yeah, no, I got home from work and I just fucking
I mean, we watched
Watched
the
them
movies
all.
that we
Yeah,
talked about.
but see, I feel like this was recent. Like you watched them this week, so it's
watched them
very
yesterday.
fresh.
I didn't watch all of them. Certain ones I didn't remember enough to accurately say the things I said, so I rewatched those ones.
Gotcha.
I just want to say, great fucking job, dude. This was great.
Well
This is another long episode. We're almost at 2 hours already.
Yeah,
This is a good one.
See, I don't want to info dump you guys too much. You know what I mean? Because like that's most of what I
The
did.
thing is, though, like, and I mean, it's kind of beautiful, and we're kind of like coming towards the end of the stream, anyways. It's getting late, but our stream was fucking popping, and it was kind of a joy to look over and see that we had a lot of viewers coming in.
Oh, yeah?
We had a big chat box flowing, and so we appreciate everybody that tuned into this episode.
Yeah,
I mean,
can we just say thanks to Lonnie over Lonnie?
Yes.
Wave your hand
With the
again.
hand.
Lonnie's been going through chat. I'm not even watching anymore. I'm just like, I like you said earlier. I like a little bit in. I was like, yeah, this isn't working. Watching it and seeing a delay of us. So
it's tough.
Lonnie's been taking care of the stream. He's been doing all the transitions. He's been killing it. I mean, we threw him into fire today, literally.
Super fire.
Yeah.
I think Lonnie had 5 minutes of training and was like, all right. So I think
First day of the job.
I think we found ourselves our new intern to go find us coffee.
Yes.
We only mean that like ironically demeaning. Like Lonnie's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everybody, all of us here, we thank you for joining us
So much.
in this episode. This was a truly special
Monumental.
episode. Yeah, monumental. We had a little bit of a hiccup going on with the camera, but Lonnie, master over here, got it back up and running. So
That's all part of the little trial and error,
Yeah.
right? Like
See
we're
how
gonna learn,
yeah,
You make a few bad Mortal Kombat movies, eventually you churn out a good one.
right? It took them fucking 4 tries, so
well, if you guys want some more LCP in your life, you know where to find it. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Lukewarm Cinema Podcast. Get in touch with us. Tell Christian how good he did. Lukewarm Cinema Podcast at gmail.com. And until next time, guys, Jinkui.
Jinkui.